Okay, then guys, let's jump into game number 3 here. The home map of Brazil B. And we are looking into Team Island. So we have the Vikings pocket here for Miguel. His flank will be Dogao with the Huns. On the other side we have the flank, or the pocket position, PH Mongols. And that's a very ugly passing for them when it comes to potential trade in the long run. Stark is playing the Japanese, and he will be very short distance against the Vikings Pike. Very far away from any potential front dogs is released with the Japanese pocket. We have the Max, the pocket as well. Potential of reasonable front docking and Zupi with the Mongols. So yeah, let's see. I would say Pike and Zupi with nice spots, but release just so far away, and let's see how he will be able to handle that. And so very confusing that they need to ride here. Very confusing to me. Really shows how bad the situation is for them. Star can actually kind of go fast castle as well for extra boars. And could build a beautiful dock, but yeah, that's not going to happen. But VH with Mongols, look at that. He isn't taking his boar. That could be an argument for backdocking, right? No, okay, he's just sending the village off to the front. He isn't going for the boars, my bad. Okay, so that will be double aggression. And release, yeah, he needs to build it to the side. So Pike cannot front dock, and that's a beautiful adjustment, both docking to the side. And take a look, Zupi, where is he docking? He's docking to the right hand side as well, and the Max is back docking as well. Okay, so Brazil B going for the aggressive approach. And we can see Finland going for the more defensive approach. Yeah, it's really loud on the stage. They can hear the commentators. Was the last thing last year. The difference now is that they aren't actually sitting directly next to each other, but two people and then like 1.5 meters away the other two people, kind of in front of them. And therefore you can not always communicate too well, which is kind of a shame for an offline final. But yeah, they don't have noise cancelling headphones. And the Chinese commentator is pretty loud there on the speakers for the crowd. Okay, so defensive docks here. Normally, the typical strategy here should be seeing that they have control of the middle area of the water, here Brazil B, and instantly land behind that. Let's see if they will go for that. That would be the strategy any Tyrant player would go for. Population, everyone was 70 villagers, nothing too special. Now most of them breaking 18. So everyone was a pretty solid start here. And yeah, we're expecting normal grasses, but more defensive ones. Probably by the Finns. I'm really wondering how Roomstock will try to contribute to his team in the games that he isn't playing. If he is coaching them, if he's saying something, probably that shouldn't be allowed. Because like there's no way of preventing him to just look at the screen and see what the others are doing. But maybe some in-between talk and giving some moral support. So Stark, aggressive dogs. PH here as well, and I'm a bit surprised that they went for TI actually. Maybe they prepared a strategy, but that's untypical on such a map, and yeah, I'm a bit sad. Let's see what the second home map of Finland A will be, and if they prepared something special that isn't Black Forest, because I'm pretty sure they weren't allowed to pick the same home map twice. I talk here for Zupi. Let me take a look. 7 players, 8 players now up. And yeah, Blacker Forest as an extra map. PH Nice and early timing. 3 fishing ship, going for the third dock, protecting with the scout. No loom for him. Going for double bit X, and he actually got one of those boars, as it seems. Yeah. Still having one here. And very late on gold. Seems like he forgot that. Let me take a look. Yeah. Completely unmined. Only 7 gold mined yet. So that won't be the greatest aggression. Pretty big hiccup there. And that means Pike should be pretty safe. And look at that. Release. 7 defensive fishing ship already. And we see 6 by the max. Now going for 3 more docks. I would even love to see him add even 2 more there. He's so far away. Zupi is Mongol's flank. Wouldn't hurt to go for 8, I would say. Lugar will have all the control in the middle. Together here with Miguel. And that's something else surprising to me, that Miguel was actually getting the Vikings here. Very surprising. Normally we see Lugar with them on actually like normal island maps though. Okay, the next game is Forest Nothing. Unlikely. Stark now coming over with already 3 galleys here. And Pike needs to run. Needs some help of Elise, who looks like he's even going for 4 docks. That's interesting. 4 docks out here for Pike as well, who needs to run, and that's pretty ugly for him. Let's see how he's trying to micro. Already lost a galley here. 1 against 4 and didn't do a lot of damage on any of the galleys here of Stark or VH, so he needs to run quite far, losing 1 fishing ship now. Trying to micro against the galley of Stark, who is microing back beautifully here, saving that one with 8 HP. And at the moment, KD at the Pike lost 4 galleys without killing a single unit so far. Make that 5 lost units. And now Elise is coming over. He's snagging a kill for himself, but Pike in a world of trouble. Let's take a look. Other side. You see Zupi with the aggression being the Mongols, but at the same time, he is getting punished for all his aggression at the front as well. And that looks pretty ugly. VH in a very commanding position here together with Stark. Pike in... Look at his KD. 0 to 8 kills here. Zupi with 0 to 4, losing quite a lot here at the front and losing all his fish here. Now trying to take another engagement. The max is around. VH actually scared and is going for town watch. And oh boy, Pike with a horrible start. I believe he added the 4th dock a bit early. There, that's quite untypical, but now intercepting some galleys here. That's a good way to come back into this game if he gets a lot of kills here, but didn't get a single kill yet, but doing lots of damage, so that's okay. Stark now going for fletching release and the max, so most players trying to tag up. Now we can see Miguel going for it as well. Overall KD, oh yeah, that's true, 3 to 17. Make that even higher now, 3 to 18, but finally Pike is chasing down here, and yeah, he got his first kill. Congrats. The max so far very peaceful, KD of 0-0, but look at that, Miguel and Togao now with a scary army. Look at that, 28 military for them. On the other side we have Zupi and the max only was 20, and that's dropping further and further. And Brazil B with a very commanding game here at the moment. VH now clearing up what Pike had, and now Elise is pushing in. Not 100% sure what his issue is there. Was maybe trying to take a fight against non-fletching, and actually is doing quite a nice engagement here. And Miguel now seems to be thinking about going up as well. Look at that, sold all his stone, is now getting the food, and yeah, he won't be up too much slower than the max, who should be up the earliest, I think. Billy's doing quite a nice job of buying some time for Pike at the moment. The max is up indeed. But yeah, that's a lot of pressure on the right hand side, and the mech needs to go back quite far. We'll get some damage done now though, but Zupi in a world of trouble here at the right hand side. Pike, well, finally he is back into the game. But yeah, there will be some losses for him as well. You see Miguel up, so that's all pretty solid, and the max timing won't be like he can go for all the kills. He has 18 military compared to 20 of Miguel, so that won't be the biggest win for them. Now the dance at the left-hand side, Stark, 15-8 KD. Finally, Pike is getting more and more kills there with 7, but 20 losses is just so sick. Oh, the Max. That's not the greatest micro, how he's moving in there. Miguel with a nice move around. And he's getting some kills in. Not sure if Supi really wanted to go out there, but... Oh god, I believe the Max is overcommitting here. Togao being very clumped up and got 2 nice volleys off there. And military count, look at that. Still roughly 40 army here for Miguel and Togao combined. On the other side we have, well, mid-30s. That's all reasonable as well. And seems like Release is kind of holding here for Pike, but Pike's eco has to be so bad. Don't even want to look over. But their micro seems to be quite fine. Remember guys, we're playing with 1.4, so Pike Patrol is still an option, and as you can see, they're abusing that. Stark is getting up any moment. Miguel, the first one with the War Galley upgrade of the team of Brazil. The first one over here is the Max, so they will just go back a bit, we'll kill 2 dogs, and then we'll try to take another engagement. Togao needs to run back, so is Miguel, and maybe now they can take another engagement, but they need to wait for the upgrades first. As you can see, the Max is now chasing down with Pike Patrol as well. Miguel's trying to reposition himself and will now take the fight. No runners so far. Miguel is sending one around, and we can see the Max is retreating. And this looks like not the greatest game for them this far. Release getting everything up as well, and it feels like Pike could be the only guy not on the way to Castle Age yet. Oh, but clicked up now, so I'll take that back. Oh, even a demo, something we don't see too often in AOC here. PH going back, waiting for his upgrades. And at the moment, the numbers pretty nicely for Release. Only lost 7, so overall produced 35. And on the other side, we have PH and Stark. Only 35 in total as well. Do we see any landings at the moment? Could have been something absolutely as an option, but nothing yet. Some galleys to be annoying. Okay, let's take a look. Ballistics for Release and Stark. So they want to go for the, yeah, not so micro-intense games over here at the left-hand side. Zupi's redock is denied as well. And can he actually upgrade? He cannot. If they focus down that dock, he couldn't upgrade his ship to war galleys. They want to focus on that, and actually there are enough war galleys to, I believe, prevent that from happening. Zupi, can he sneak a villager around to get that dock up? Could be his aim, but oh, that villager's getting sniped. Miguel's continuing to push. The Max, I believe, should be a better engagement for him, but his positioning isn't that great. Let's take a look. Another try to find an engagement here, but Release cannot take this engagement alone. Pike now with a healthy 25 military as well. Stark only at 18. 19 losses for him at the moment. Continuing to push in. Now the Max idling some of his fishing ship. At the same time, did we see any fishing ship added? Miguel at the 8, the others at the only 3 and 4 from the start. And now that is some losses here of the fishing ship from the Max, who is running quite heavily. And Zupi, let's take a look. Yeah, he did get his war galley upgrade, so that dock survived. And now they're trying to take the engagement together. And I believe Miguel, is he trying to run or is he trying to reinforce together with Togao and trying to take the engagement? It seems like they are running for now. No engagement over here, and it feels like this game is kind of stabilizing. Let's take a look at over villager count, 40 to 48 over here, and we have 64 for the Max. So maybe he has a galleon timing here, and he's chasing down again. photography now for VH, and we can see maybe big engagement over here at the left hand side. Miguel actually coming over with some army. Short distance here, knows that reinforcement at the right hand side. It's not really an option. Why is Zupi going back and Max still taking this fight? It's a weird situation. And yeah, seems like it works out a bit better now. Boom for Pike. Interesting timing. Oh, look at that, Zupi, only 6 kills. And trying to take another engagement. Where's Dogao? Dogao way off. Miguel needs to take another engagement. Was clicking on stop to not go towards the front there with his patrol. The 6 now for VH. They're going back. Miguel losing some war galleys, and that's a problem. If you're trying to play 2 sides there, you can just lose single units, and yeah, that's not really the support that they were hoping for. And now, are they trying to go for the big engagement here? Not really. No one with a defense upgrade, as it seems. But Miguel and Togao, they are pushing in so deep here. Military count heavily in their favor. The max only at 25 military. And yeah, this game seems to be all about numbers at the moment. No real strategy. Special decisions here to be made. And now that's a big engagement. I believe that should be a bit better for... Well, seems like it doesn't really matter because Brezelby is just retreating. Now the eco upgrades for VH, and that's a lot of access. And it feels like Zupi will lose all his rest army. As you can see, Miguel even moving his army to the left hand side to intercept those even further. But that wasn't needed. Another small pause. You can see a big stream of units to the right hand side. Miguel's gather point is too deep. Yeah, it was. Now he's sending everything to the right hand side again. Points in a reasonable range, I would say. Villager count 75 for the max, so I still kind of see a timing there. Miguel's resources look pretty solid. Let's take a look at the max. Well, his food eco isn't too impressive. 13 here is at 3 TCs, as it seems. Yeah, so it's not like he can go to Imperial Age pretty fast. And the problem obviously is no fishing ship for him at all. Think he could be sending galleys to our other side though. Yeah, I think he can go to the left hand side and defend Stark Docks. Seems like VH is now going for another patrol. Are they trying to re-engage this? Looks like it. But that's a better engagement for the Brazilians. Having the houses and the docks obviously work for them. And now Belize is taking the engagement, but Pike isn't. No, they are completely retreating, which makes a lot of sense. I believe now rebuilding some docks over here would be pretty nice for the future. Pike now coming in. Oh, that would be a big fight. And Stark, a bit out of position. Now are they trying to take this engagement? Not really. And Miguel again losing his war galleys. That's just bad team play. His waypoint's way too far there. It's impossible to play here. VH not really happy with the setup as it seems. And trust me guys, I played on that stage in China. It is horrible. Yeah, especially like tomorrow, if they do some show matches, it will be very, very tough for them. Okay, let's see how this continues. And VH. Oh, we see Miguel now up to Imperial Age. So is Belize. So that's pretty even. Max should probably be wide early. And well, VH with Mongols, not really the guy who can transition too easily, especially because he only has 3 farms. But a monastery kind of indicates that he wants to go up, which is quite weird. Shouldn't have the greatest eco. Bark up, VH up. How did he get all that food? That's so weird to me. Oh, this is a very low eco, but... Wait, 55 villagers for him. They're still pushing at the back here, and another trap against the Max, and that will be ugly. And I thought he could be the guy first in PLH, but actually he will be like 5th even. And the second out of his team, and 3 of the Brazilian B will be on PLH before him. And that's heavy losses here. And Zupi paid resources to the Max. Not 100% sure about that. He has somewhat of a solid eco. Going for 40 Cs here, 80 villagers, and trying to, yeah, let the Max carry here to Imperial Age. But to go up as well now. So we will have 4 players in Imperial Age of Brazil B before the second player of Finland will hit Imperial Age. Pike, look at that amount, 70 military. That's pretty solid. I think they need to take an engagement here before Imperial Age. Pike just trying to regroup. Yeah, but then if Stark and FH are just falling back far enough, they can wait for Imperial Age and then they kill everything. How does it look on the front here for Pike? Well, he needs to get the sling, right? He needs food. Uh-oh, release, and that's a lot of losses for him as well. Pretty ugly spot, and now they're trying to take the big engagement here. Lots of armies still not fighting here. It's roughly 15 ship, not really helping. They have a nice concave here. They are Fiat and Stark, but they think, okay, we need to wait for the galleons and then try to take another engagement. Pike with the Pike control going and chasing them down. Pretty beautiful stuff. And Sunday, look at that, he has a positive KD and going for the kill here, and that's a pretty good timing for them. Belize now with the galleons as well. And Stark, finally, he has galleons now, and now they're chasing back. Miguel is coming over. Where is the upgrade for Fiat? It is coming, but he does not have the +3 attack yet. But in the meanwhile, it looks so good at the right-hand side. Still no landing, though, so everyone is still focusing heavily on water. Let's see next here, not too important. Gal going for chemistry, bracer, and galleons, trying to get all the upgrades. Do we see the +1 defense? No, not yet. And we can see Zupi attributing more to the Max, so they want to see him go for more and more galleons. But, well, it looks like a tough spot, and since he's not Imperial Age, that's a very tough task in general. And yeah, Pike is not up yet. This looks so good for Brazil B here to take the lead with their home map. And if Finland A is well prepared, we might go into the 5th game with a score of 2-2. But yeah, we're still in game 3, so let's focus on that one first. Pike finally up, and took out with the Cavalier upgrade. And let's take a look what he is preparing for us. Only 1 stable so far. And there's a lot of extra farms, look at that. And mills around. Very high amount of mills here for Team Island game for sure. Do we see a transporter somewhere? Ah, one is prepared. Should be sending some villagers over, and that will be pretty tough. So we shouldn't have his answer to that, being in Castle Age and only slinging. Now we can see a big engagement here over the left-hand side. The Max still trying to squeeze through there with his more galleys in Castle Age, but will be galleons in this fight still. Belize coming over, and we see Pike kind of sacrificing, sending everything to the front, and that will be a big trap. Yeah, they might be clearing that up at the right-hand side, but there's a lot of army here coming from the left-hand side as well. It feels like Finland A, they have still a lot left here, but will be quite a lot of Castle Age units as well. Finally, the Max is sending more over, but that's quite a bit of army here, or some army for Miguel as well. Oh boy, not 100% sure who's taking the better engagement here. It feels like Finland is taking the better engagement, but the numbers were so much better for Brazil B that they are still taking the more cost-efficient fight. Some access over here, so that means Zupi is actually going back onto water as well. Something I didn't see coming, but Togao's landing will be just so brutal. If he lands over here, just gets 5 stables up, I have no idea how they will try to hold this, and yeah. Landing is coming at the right hand side. Not spotted by Zupi so far. And yeah, no chance of warding that off. We can see a castle now defensively. Needs to go for some stone walls, but yeah, that's not really an option. Galleons are denying that. Would love to see some stables over here to the other side as well. And Denise is taking beautiful engagement here. Not 100% sure what the plan of that transporter is. So full map control here for Brazil B, and they're pushing quite nicely. And yeah, no possible walls. Let's take a look how Dogao can squeeze through. Trying to go for another stable. That's good, but Zupi is doing quite a good job here. Has 3 defensive castles. Question is, does he go for Magnetites to defend that now? Is he going for camels? I'm not 100% sure. Camels needs quite some time to attack, but yeah, I think it has to be the better choice than Magnetites. He's trying to take another engagement. What's with Pike? Is he having any dogs? Oh! We missed a doubt castle here, as it seems. And it's just going down. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, why we saw the transporter there. That's a lot of paladins now. He's getting some converts against him. But camels, look at that upgrades. No bloodlines, no +2, no +2 attack. So they aren't really countering those fully upgraded paladins, or close to fully upgraded paladins too well. And yeah, it's only holding them in that Velise is still fighting a nice choke points here. Is the Max now going for Cavaliers? Not 100% sure why he's going for the +2 defense. So much map control. They're clearing up those markets. Oh, but cannon galleons, and that means no trade for them. Just think about it. Lead cannon galleons in here, together with some normal galleons, will be so tough for them to find good trade lines. Dogao just need to split over. There is a landing here with those stables, and that's so tough for them to stop. No eggs so far, and the Max only now going for bow, so that's a bit late, especially on Team Islands, where you go onto wood so heavily. And Max trying to push on water, but Hans now treadmill crane, not treadmill crane. What's the upgrade I mean? Oh. Confused in these conflicts. Shipwright. Without shipwright for the Huns. That's obviously pretty ugly for them as well. Trying to take an engagement, but it feels like he's losing. Yeah, he's now going back. The Max going for Cavalier, Bloodlines, and +4 defense. So he's trying to defend, but I think just slinging Zupi would be the better option. Just get him onto mass camels. And still you can see trying to take more and more engagements. 17 military actually for the Max, so he has an option to kind of challenge Miguel in water, but he's at 80 military and he has quite a nice positioning here that the Max is trying to get as well. Feels like a bit of an even engagement, but the Max half army isn't fighting, so that's so much better for Miguel. And the Max needs to retreat, and those stables are so good. The Max actually nice wall over there, and having some monks there as well. So feels like he's doing all the right steps, but the big problem is where are the camels? Only now coming over, still only +1 attack. Oh, it's so surprising how well those Brazilians, the Finns, are still in this game, and how they aren't defeated yet. Yeah, it's still looking bad for them. Yeah, they have very little control, not controlling the front, cannot really get the trade up, blocked main gold spot here. Dogao is very active, but well, Populations look okay-ish, reasonable-ish, I would say. But yeah, I believe the advantage is growing further and further into the favor here of Brazilby. And yeah, they have a pretty solid running trade. Trying to get some defensive castles up would be nice. Not only this one, but closer to the trade as well. And I did say that's an ugly trade, but yeah, they never lost the water. It's so far away from losing. And even then, it's a position where it's tough to get all your galleons positioned and keeping them alive. Does he still have a blacksmith? Yeah, so it would be an option to upgrade his camels. Oh god, and that's so costly here. That's a solid 10 trade cards going down, and they know that we are not winning at the left hand side, we are not winning at the right hand side, and they're raiding us everywhere. G to the G. Brazilby are winning their home map. 2-1. And it kind of felt over at minute 13 when Pike had 0.8 KD. They tried to do everything to still stay in it and to give Brazilby the chance to screw it up, but yeah, they didn't. They played it through beautifully, did add some fishing ship, had all the map control in the middle areas, and then went through with the landings, didn't miss any crucial upgrades, didn't take any bad fights. And yeah, maybe some jump arounds over here that didn't really work out, but then waited for the galleons and got all the kills. Katie should be the story of the game. Dogao convincing, Miguel convincing, VH. And in the positives, Starks kind of even. Belize, actually regarding how it went, pretty solid. Pike, sadly, heavily behind there. At one point he had like 52 to 50, but then he had to fight for way too long with Castle Age against Imperial Age. Was surprising to me how late the max got onto Imp there. Having the Huns, back boom with 8 or 6 fishing ship, I believe. Would have expected him to reach the Imperial Age a bit later than 38-27 there. Starting the trade, but got heavily killed there as well. Villager count. Pike not really getting onto it. But Miguel, quite low as well. And yeah, I will